Ustad, could you please give a brief intro again? A short, in short.
Sorry.
Could you please repeat it again in short?
Okay, present tense.
Having
Like
similar.
how do we use present tense, and how do we know that it's a present tense or past?
It starts with one of these four letters: Noon, Alif, Ta, Ya.
Excellent. So present tense in Arabic is called al-fi'l al-mudari. So for the past, we said al-madi, and the present tense is al-mudari. And al-mudari starts with one of the letters, which is ya, ta, hamza, and noon. And the combination is called yatan or yata'an. Easy to say yatan. So either of these four letters, when we see them in the beginning of a harf, in the beginning of a verb, then it will be present tense. Okay, so still any message? Okay, as of now on the screen, and then later, inshallah, on the book. All right, so according to the vowel of the second root letter, the verbs are classified in 6 groups called abwab. So basically, there are 6 groups that are used in Arabic language, and the singular is called bab. So when we say that this verb is on the pattern of noon, that means it belongs to the category of nasara. So nasara is the past tense, and the present tense will be on the pattern of yansuru. So as we can see here, the second root letter here has dhamma. So any word that comes on the pattern of nasara, the present tense will be yansuru. Now, what is the difference between English and Arabic? In English, normally we start with the present tense, and from present tense we go to the past tense. For example, we say wash, washed, go, went, write, wrote, catch, caught, right? So in English, we go from the present tense to the past tense. However, in Arabic, we go from the past tense to the present tense. So we cannot have the present tense unless we have the past tense. So that's why when we use the dictionary, what we will see over there, we will see, for example, nasara, and after that, we will see noon. Maybe we will see the root letters, and after the root letters, we will see noon. So what does that mean? That means that this verb family or this verb group belongs to the family of nasara. So the second root letter will be with dhamma, yansuru. As we discussed today earlier, that ya, ta, hamza, and noon, these are the symbols, or these are the signs that are used for the present tense. So these are extra. They will not be the part of the root letter. So if you have a present tense and you want to see the root letter, then we have to disqualify, or we have to disregard ya, and we will see that noon, shad, and ra, they are the root letters. Okay, why nasara became yansuru? What happened? Basically, what happened over here is, like in Arabic, 4 consecutive vowels do not happen together. So 4 consecutive vowels do not happen together in one word or in one kalima. So it's difficult to say yana suru. It's difficult to say, it's difficult to pronounce. So what happened? The first root letter, it becomes sakin, and ya is added to it. So it becomes yan, and then the second and the third remain the same, yan suru. So nasara comes on the pattern of, yansuru comes on the pattern of nasara. Nasara, yansuru. Okay, when we say daraba, and these are the fixed verbs that are used in the dictionaries. So when we see dad, that means it's daraba yadribu. So what happened here? The second root letter has kasra. Nasara, yansuru, daraba, yadribu. And then we have bab fataha, and it is on the pattern of yaftahu. So this one has, the second root letter has fatha, and similarly samia, the second root letter has fatha, it is yasma'u. Nasara yansuru is used a lot, then daraba, then fataha, then samia. And the other two, they are not used a lot. That's why the Sheikh did not put them over here. So the present tense is really easier than the past tense. So when we inshallah look at the verbs that have ya and they have ta, alif, and noon, then we will figure out, or we will come to know that this is the present tense. Any questions so far? So what we have to memorize or what we have to learn are the patterns. For example, when we say nasara, what should come to our mind is yansuru. For example, if I say kataba, is on the pattern of nasara, then what will be the present tense?
Yaktubu.
Yaktubu. Excellent. And when we say daraba, it is yadribu. If I say kasara, it will be
Yaksiru.
yaksiru. Okay. And when we say fataha, yaftahu, and if I say dhahaba,
Yadhabu.
yadhabu. And samia, if I have a word on the pattern of samia, for example, fahima, we have learned fahima. So what will be the present tense?
Yafhamu.
Yafhamu. Excellent. So this is how, inshallah, we will learn our verbs. And verbs really, these verbs, when we learn them and we understand them, then based on these verbs, we can make the rest of the derived forms of the verb as well. For example, we can make the doer fa'il, we can make the object maf'ul. For example, we have learned that the doer comes on the pattern of fa'ilun. Fa'ilun. So as we want to say, if we want to make the doer on the pattern of nasara, we will say nasirun. Daraba, daribun. Fataha, fatihun. Samia, sami'un.
Sami'un.
Yeah, so we are just a brief introduction of how we will proceed, inshallah. So as of now, our focus is only on nasara yansuru, daraba yadribu, fataha yaftahu, and samia yasma'u. All right. And then the point number 2, numbers again. So we have learned the numbers that 1, 2, and 11 and 12, they have one set, or they are one set. Then 3 to 10 is a different set. 21 to 19 is a different set, right? And then we have learned that the uqud, the tens, or the decades, they have a different set, which is 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, up to 90. So we have learned these numbers. Today we will see the numbers from 21 to 30. So 21 to 30, they are really easier. So we just connect or join them with wow. For example, if we want to say 21, I will say wahidun wa ishruna taliban. We know that the Arabic of 20 is ishruna, and the Arabic of 1 is wahid. So wahidun wa ishruna taliban. Okay, ma'dud is singular, as we can see here, taliban. Ma'dud is singular. It is mansub, as we can see here, taliban, and opposite in gender, except for 21 and 22. So the numbers like 21 and 22, 31 and 32, 41 and 42, 1, 2, 11, 12, this set will be always equal in number and gender.
Okay.
1 minute, please. All right. Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Alaikum salam.
So it's,
Yes.
here in Ithnan it will be Ithna, no?
Ithnani. No. Ani. The dual will never change.
Okay.
So ithnani will always have alif and noon with kasra.
Alif and
So
Nun
then the
kasra. So
set.
wahidun is with dhamma. Salatun is
Tanween.
with dhamma.
Wahidun with tanween.
Tanween. Yes, Ani will not take tanween, but it will also not take dhamma. It
That's
will
right.
take
Ani, the dual always,
Okay.
it is always on the pattern of ani. For example,
Okay,
kitabani, muslimani, qalamani.
Yes.
So it always ends with kasra.
Okay.
So the numbers like 1 and 2, 11 and 12, 21 and 22, they are one set. And they will be always equal in number and gender. 1, 2, 11, 12, 21, 22. They will be always equal in number and gender. The rest of the numbers will be always opposite in number and gender. For example, from 3 up to 99, they will be opposite in number and gender. For example, we say ithnani wa ishruna taliban, 22 students. So wahidun wa ishruna taliban, ithnani wa ishruna taliban, they are equal in number and gender. However, when we say thalathatun wa ishruna taliban, now we know that talib is masculine, so the number will be feminine. As we can see here, so it will be thalathatun wa ishruna taliban. Similarly, 24 students, arba'atun wa ishruna taliban. Today we are focusing only on the masculine numbers, and inshallah in the following lessons we will focus on the feminine numbers. So up to 23, from 23 to 29, yes.
Sir, one student, how we will say?
What do you mean one student? Talibun wahidun?
Talibun wahidun.
Yes, it is used as noun adjective. Number 1 and number 2, they are used as masuf sifa.
Non-adjective.
Yes,
And
Taliban.
11 and 12, sir?
They are compounds like murakkabat. So ahada ashara
They will
taliban.
be like Ahada Ashara Taliban. Okay,
Yes.
sir.
All right. And here, yes.
Okay,
Ustad,
okay,
it
sir.
will be
I
like
was
sifat, right? The 1 and 2 will be like sifat.
That's right. They are always masuf and sifa. So like number 1, 2, and 11, 12, 21, 22, they will be equal in number and gender. And we know that noun and adjective, they are always equal in number and gender.
21 and 22 will not be like Murakkabe to Sufi, non-adjective.
Ithnani,
Or it will
that's
be,
right, yeah. So it will be Ithnani wa ishruna taliban. So
because here Madur will be Mansub.
it is mansub. So wahidun, but they will be like for 21 and 22, they will be equal in gender.
Equal in gender, but
Yeah.
not like we can say a non-adjective.
Non-adjective.
Non-adjective, there will be Marfu.
All right.
Here there is a.
Ithnani
this
is
is the
marfu and
difference.
taliban is mansub. That's right. So
Only
here
1
only.
and 2 is
Mhm.
non-adjective.
Yes, please.
Wahidun talibun. Only 1 and 2 is non-adjective.
Talibun wahidun. That's right.
Talibun wahidun. After that, 11, 12, 21, 22, their madud will be mansub.
Will be mansub and singular.
Mansub and singular and so
Singular,
on.
yes. And starting from 23 up to 29, it will be opposite in gender.
Same like 3 to 10.
From 13 to 19, opposite in gender. Also from 3 to 10, opposite in gender. And similarly from 13 to 19, and then 23 to 29, opposite in gender. What about 20? If I want to say, sorry, 30 students, how will I say it?
Thalathun.
Thalathuna taliban.
Taliban. And if I want to say 30 feminine students,
Sorry.
30 feminine students.
Thalathun talibatan.
Talibatan. That's right. So they will be singular and they will be mansub, either whether they are masculine or feminine. All right. So 23 طالبا, 24 طالبا, up to 29, it will be as it is. Okay, when we want to say like 8:45, 8:45, like we say 15 minutes to 5 o'clock or 4:45. Similarly, when you are telling someone time, you say 10 minutes to 5 o'clock, or you say 5 minutes to 5 o'clock. Either we say 5:50, but normally we don't say 5:50, we say 10 minutes to 5 o'clock. So if you want to say 8:45, we will say التاسعة إلا ربعا. التاسعة إلا ربعا, it means 8:45. Illa basically means except, and inshallah after about illa we will discuss a lot in book number 3. But normally we know that the noun that comes after illa is mansub. So it will be basically
why atasiya is feminine, sir?
as-sa'atu at-tasiyatu, basically it's as-sa'atu at-tasiyatu illa rub'an, because asa is mahdhuf, or I forgot to write it here, but it means that basically it means the clock is 8:45, but asa is used over there. So it will be as-sa'atu at-tasiyatu illa rub'an, it is 8:45. Similarly, when you say 10 minutes to 1, so you will say as-sa'atu al-wahidatu, that means 1 o'clock. But when you say illa 10 daqa'iqa, then that means, okay, 10 minutes are left. So it will be 10 minutes to 1 o'clock. As we can see here, 10 daqa'iqa, daqa'iqa is also here, mansub. And when we say 1 minute to 5, we will say as-sa'atu al-khamisatu illa daqiqatan wahidatan, yani 1 minute to 5 o'clock. So what we need to notice over here is after illa, the noun will be mansub, and whatever minutes are there, we will mention those numbers in mansub form. So we will use illa, and then after that we can say rub'an and illa thuluthan, if you remember, 20 minutes to 9 o'clock.
Illa, after illa, every noun or only in case of time?
No, illa, well, there is a debate about it, like when we learn in book number 3, but normally after illa, the noun is mansub. If we don't have negative before illa, so normally the noun after that is mansub. Okay, we have learned la'alla in lesson number 1, meaning hope. And do you remember the example? For example, la'allaka bi khairin. So we have learned that the la'allaka bi khairin means I hope you are fine. And inshallah, in this lesson, we will learn the use of la'alla, meaning fear. Yani I fear. So when we say hope, it is called at-taraji in Arabic, and when we say fear, it is called al-ishfaq. So la'allahu yarji'u al-yawma muta'akhiran. I'm afraid he will return late today. So here it is used in the context of afraid. So la'alla has 2 meanings. Either it can be hope or it can be fear. And again, it depends on the speaker, like if he is confident or if he is sure about something, then it means he is using it in the context of hope. And if someone is not sure about something, then that means he is using it in the context of fear. So لَعَلَّهُ يَرْجِعُ الْيَوْمَ مُتَأَخِّرًا, I'm afraid he will return late today. So any questions so far? This lesson doesn't have lots of new ideas, but yes, it starts with the present tense. So our focus today, inshallah, will be on the present tense.
Ustad, can you explain more about the tamiz, which is Taliban for the numbers? Because from 3 to 99, it follows, it is mansub, right?
No, not from 3 to 99. From 3 to 9.
3 to 9 has 3 to 10 has a different rule, and from 13 to 99, is it?
Is different, yeah. 13 to 19 is different. There are 4 sets. I sent you, like the first set is, let's say, 1 and 2. And 11 and 12 and 21 and 22. So that's one set. Set number 2 is from 3 to 9. And this one is like the gender will be opposite, and also it is used as mudaf ilayh.
Yeah, it will be majroor, right? The tamiz will be majroor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Whereas 13 to 19, the tamyiz will be mansoob al-fath. Yani it will take only, it will be mansoob. For example, you
And
want
it
to
will be
say,
mufrad.
it will
And
be
it will be
mufrad as
mufrad.
well. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
And
And then what about this 10, 20, I mean 20, 30?
These are called uqud. Uqud means decades. The decades, the tamyiz will be also singular and mansoob.
Similar in the sense it will be singular, Ustad?
Yeah, it will be singular and mansoob. For example, you want to say 20 students. So you will say
Okay.
Ishruna Taliban. And
Okay,
if the
but
students
only
are
for hundred and thousands, and that goes
100
like
and
for alif,
1000,
it will be majroor. Yeah.
100 and 1000 is a different set. I sent you earlier. Maybe if you don't have the PDF, I will share again. 100 and
Okay.
1000 are different. The tamyiz will be singular, but it will be majroor.
Majroor. Okay, Ustad. Okay, got it.
All right.
Jazakallah.
Oh, yeah. So now we can move on to our lesson, which is lesson number 10, inshallah. And today I'm going to use a different book only for today because the print of the book that we were using before is really, it's very like, it's difficult to read. It's very fade, I should say. So we are going to use this book, but only for this lesson, because the reason why I do not like to use this book is because it has all the vowel signs and it makes it easier for us. And it's not because we want to make it difficult for us, and then the learning part becomes like it fades away because we don't find it to be interesting. So that's why we are going to use this book from today, but only for this one.
Inshallah.
Okay, so lesson number 10, Ad-Darsu al-Ashiru. Can you see the book now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ustad.
Okay, so it starts with the past tense. ذهب زكريا لزيارة حامد بعد صلاة الفجر ولكنه ما وجده في البيت فقال لابنه موسى أين أبوك? Okay, now to all of you, can you please with me, or can you please analyze the text a little bit of this? ذهب, he went, right?
Past tense.
It's the past tense. And Zakaria is the doer
Fine.
now. So ذهب is not the doer.
So
Zakaria is
Zakaria
the doer,
left.
right? Yeah, Zakaria left.
Zakaria
لزيارة
left.
حامد. Okay, لزيارة
Yeah,
حامد. Why زيارة has kasra?
Lee.
Because of Lee.
Yeah,
Because of
yeah,
حرف
majroor.
جر لي لزيارة and حامد. Why حامد is مجرور?
مضاف إليه.
مضاف إليه. Excellent. لزيارة حامد. What do you remember about زيارة? Is it a verb? Is it a noun?
It's a
It is
masdar.
verbal noun.
No, masdar.
It's a masdar, so it's a noun basically. Yeah, we call it masdar, which is verbal noun. So it behaves
It's a
both.
gerund, sir.
It's a gerund. Yeah, so it behaves both like a verb and a noun. So why it behaves as a verb? Because it will be translated as to visit. And how it behaves as a noun? Because it takes tanween, like it can take ziyara, it can be ziyaratun, ziyaratan, ziyaratin. So it's basically both. So ذهب زكريا لزيارة حامد. Zakaria went to visit Hamid بعد صلاة الفجر, after Fajr prayer. Now you know that بعد is used as
Zarf.
مضاف.
mudaf, and salati is
Mudaf.
mudaf ilayh, and al-fajri is also. Salati is both mudaf ilayh, and al-fajri is mudaf ilayh. So ba'da salat al-fajri, after Fajr prayer. Okay, the mudaf will be either it takes dhamma or fatha or kasra. However, the nouns that will follow it will be always majroor. Yani ba'da, if we have 4 or 5 nouns, most of all of them will be with kasra. Ba'da salat al-fajri. Walakinnahu. What about walakinnahu? Kinna is
Yeah,
from Lakinna is from the sisters of Inna, right?
akhwatu inna.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so akhawatu Inna. Walakinnahu. So where is ismu Inna?
Who, the attached
Who.
pronoun.
Excellent. So who attached pronoun is ismu Inna. Walakinnahu. Ma wajada. Ma will be used here as khabaru Inna because ma is a noun. So here we can see that ma can also be used as predicate because it's a noun. Ma wajadahu is a complete sentence. And ma here is also used as negative negation of the past as well. Ma wajadahu fil bayti. He did not find him in the house. Faqala, and he said li ibnihi, to his son Musa. So why do we have Musa?
Musa is a non-Arabic name, sir.
Excellent. But why do we need to mention Musa here? When he says faqala li ibnihi, he said to his son, it's enough.
Because Hamid.
Actually, it's called
Because we
substitute.
have to
Yani
mention.
it's badal, yani, for the son, for
Badal,
ibn.
sir.
It's called substitute, yani, or badal in Arabic language. For example, we bring in a noun that is used to emphasize, like when we say li ibnihi, to his son, if you want to like mention who that person is, then we mention his name. So li ibnihi Musa, to his son Musa. Okay, why we have li here?
To his son.
Okay, but ila, can we say ila ibnihi?
No,
No.
anything related for relations, close relations, we use la for possession.
Excellent, that's good. But here it is used because of after qala, the verb qala, we use lam.
Mhm.
Qala, and the preposition that follows qala is always lam. Qala lil malaikati
Qala la
isjudu.
Yusufu.
Yes, qala lil malaikati
Qala la
isjudu li
Yusuf.
Adama. Okay, so after qala, the preposition, always qala comes with the preposition of li. So faqala li ibnihi Musa, and he said to his son Musa, Aina abuka, where is your father? Musa dhahaba ila suqi, he went to the market. Again, it's past tense. Zakaria, now here we can see here the use of present tense. Ayadhabu ila suqi kulla yawmin. So does he go to the market every day? Okay, yadhabu will be translated as simple present. It can also be translated as simple future. And also it can be used as present continuous. So it can be translated as present simple, and then also simple future and present continuous. However, most of the times it is used as simple present. And when we have here like the adverb that clarifies like kulla yawmin, so we know that for habit, we only use present tense, simple present tense. For example, I pray every day, I eat every day. So when we have kulla yawmin, that means it will be translated as simple present. Ayadhabu, what is here?
Hamzatul istifham.
Hamzatu istifham, that is used to ask a question. So ayadhabu ila suqi kulla yawmin, does he go to the market every day? Kulla yawmin, why it is mansub?
Because kulla
Maf'ul fihi.
It's maf'ul fihi. As we discussed, that maf'ul bihi means where the action takes place, but maf'ul fihi means when we talk about the time. So kulla yawmin is time, kulla sanatin, so that's why it is mansub. Kulla is also used as mudaf, so that's why yawmin is mudaf ilayh. Musa, na'am, yes. يذهب دائما إلى السوق بعد صلاة الفجر. يذهب دائما, he always goes إلى السوق, to the market, بعد صلاة الفجر, after Fajr prayer. So he goes to the market every day after, or always after Fajr prayer. Okay, Zakaria, متى يرجع من السوق? Okay, when does he return from the market? Okay, what did you notice here now? Yarji'u. So here, the second root letter has kasra. So it's on the pattern of
Raja
daraba.
yarji'u.
Yes, raja yarji'u, on the
Yadribu.
pattern of daraba yadribu. Excellent. So mata yarji'u min as-suqi, when does he return from the market? Musa yarji'u fi as-sa'ati as-sabi'ati, he returns at 7 o'clock. Wa ahyanan fi as-sa'ati as-thaminati, and sometimes at 8 o'clock. So ahyanan, as we can see here, it is mansub, so it is also adverb. Da'iman is mansub, so this is also adverb. Adverb of time, always and sometimes. Zakaria, ماذا يفعل في البيت? What does he do in the house? يفعل, he does. So فعل يفعل. Musa يقرأ الصحف, he reads the newspaper. ويسمع الأخبار, and he listens to the news. من الإذاعة from the radio station. So he reads the newspaper and listens to the news at or from the radio station. So as we can see here, سمع يسمع قرأ يقرأ. Okay, so as of now, the whole focus is on the first form of the present tense, which is ذهب يذهب قرأ يقرأ. Okay, Zakaria, متى يذهب إلى المصنع? Okay, when does he go to the factory? Okay, مصنع, what's the pattern here? What's the wazn, I should say? مصنع.
مفعل.
صنع يصنع.
مفعل.
مفعل, right?
Sana.
That's right. Sana is the base verb, and the present tense will be sana yasna'u. Yes, but my question is masna'u. Masna'un. What's the pattern of
That is the
masna'un?
place of the place
Mafalu,
that
sir.
is amal.
Sir, mafalu.
So it is maf'ul. Masna. No.
No.
Illal sir, is it on the wazn ammal maf'al, sir?
Maf'alun is used
Place.
for adverb of place.
Yeah.
Maf'alun.
Yeah.
Adverb of place, that is like the place where the action takes, yes, verb. For example, mal'abun, makhrajun, madkhalun.
Matbakh. Yeah.
Yes, matbakhun and masnaun. So it's basically sana yasnau. Now, mashallah, you can figure out, and you can go back to the depth and figure out like the verb and then how and what is happening. So from the verb, we are making many derived forms now.
So
Okay.
it will be maf'al, right?
Yes.
Zarf makan will be in the weight of maf'al.
Maf'alun,
Right?
that's right. Because it's a noun, so we will say maf'alun. So here it is majroor because of harf jar ila. Okay, Musa yadhabu fi as-sa'ati at-tasi'ati wan-nisfi. So he goes at 9:30, right?
One is, yeah.
Yeah, wa Zakaria wa mata yarji'u min hunaka. And when does he return from there? Musa yarji'u fi as-sa'ati al-wahidati wan-nisfi aw ath-thaniyati. So yarji'u fi as-sa'ati al-wahidati wan-nisfi. So he returns at 1:30 or 2 o'clock. With thaniyati, or at 2 o'clock. Now, as we can see here, aw, the use of aw, as we can see here, we have learned the use of is used when we ask a question, atalibun anta am mudarrisun, but when it's a regular sentence, then we use aw. And because waw is sakina, when we connect it with hamzatul wasl, it will be awith thaniyati. So it will be connected with kasra. Did you get it?
So if it is aw, it can be this or that. It cannot be both, right?
Yes,
Ustad?
this or that, yes.
Can you please explain the difference between aw and again, please?
If you remember, is used with Hamzatul Istifham. Yani Hamzatul Istifham and they come together. Yani atalibatun anti mudarrisatun. Are you a student or a teacher? But when we use
for regular sentence,
for regular sentence, it will be aw. Yes, and when we have a choice, like between two things. Okay, Zakaria. أيذهب إلى المصنع مرة أخرى بعد الظهر? And does he go to the factory for the second time or again after Dhuhr prayer? So مرة أخرى means second time or again. مرة واحدة means first time. مرة أخرى means second time. So does he go to the factory again? Musa says لا يذهب بعد الظهر. No, he does not go after Dhuhr prayer or after Dhuhr. Now we can see here, la, when we want to make negative with present tense, we make negative with la. For past, we use ma, and for present, we use la. So this la is answer to the question, which is a, and the second la is to negate in the present tense. La yadhabu
is
ba'da
law
dhuhri.
jawab, and the second one is law nafia.
That's right. يجلس هنا في مكتبه بعد صلاة العصر. He sits over there in his office after Asr prayer. Maktab, again, it's on the pattern of maf'al.
Maf'al.
Yes, so kataba yaktubu, maktabun is a place. It can be the place where you sit and write. It can be a desk, and also it can be the office as well.
In the library, Ustad, Even the library is called maktab, right?
لا مكتبة بالتاء مربوطة.
Okay, okay.
But it has maktab and maktabihi in his office.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay, Zakaria, كم عاملا يعمل في مصنعكم? How many workers work in your factory? So كم عاملا, we know that after كم, the noun is normally singular, it is mansub, and also it is, yeah. So كم عاملا يعمل في مصنعكم? How many workers work in your factory? Musa says, مصنعنا ليس بكبير. And again, the use of laysa so that we don't forget it. In lesson number 1 or 2, we learned about it. Our factory is not very big. يعمل فيه 125 عاملا ومهندسان. So يعمل فيه 125. So like there are 125 workers work over there. ومهندسان and 2 engineers. So how many workers are there? 125 workers. ومهندسان and 2 engineers. Okay, Zakaria. الساعة الآن 9:09. It's 9:45 now. وما رجع أبوك, and your father did not return. Here it's the use of past tense, so that's why we have ما رجع أبوك, your father did not return. Musa says لعله يرجع اليوم متأخرا. So I am afraid he will return late today. So the use of لعله يرجع اليوم متأخرا. Now we know from the context that normally he comes after Asr prayer, but today he did not arrive up till now. So that means he is not saying, I hope, but he will be showing his fear that I'm afraid he will return late today. All right, so can we proceed with the exercises? What time is it?
We can, sir.
Okay, so also one of the reasons this book is like a piece of cake because we have everything here, so we cannot like focus on the endings and we cannot learn a lot. So that's why the other book is good, but really the print was not good. So that's why we are using it for today. Ajib anil asilatil atiyati, answer the following questions. Okay, so please, I would like you to try and try to answer the questions. لزيارة من ذهب زكريا؟
لزيارة حامد.
لزيارة حامد. So you have to
ذهب
give the,
زكريا لزيارة حامد.
excellent. ذهب زكريا لزيارة حامد. Okay, Zakaria went to visit Hamid. متى ذهب? When did he go?
بعد صلاة الفجر.
You sure? ذهب?
Yes.
بعد صلاة الفجر.
Salat al-Fajr.
Okay. So ذهب بعد صلاة الفجر. He went after the Fajr prayer. Okay. أين يذهب حامد بعد صلاة الفجر? Now how will we translate it?
ذهبوا.
لا. أين يذهب حامد? Where does Hamid go? Right? It's present tense. Yeah. بعد صلاة الفجر, after Fajr prayer.
يذهب إلى المصنع.
إلى المصنع. يذهب حامد بعد صلاة الفجر إلى المصنع. So it means he goes, right?
Yeah.
And if you want to make sure like how to translate it, he goes, we can add كل يوم. So it will be clearer, like he goes after Fajr prayer.
Every day.
Yes, كل يوم, every day. Okay, next one, please. Number 4.
متى يرجع من السوق بعد صلاة الظهر?
When does he return from the market? يرجع is the past of رجع. So it's on the pattern of يضرب. ضرب يضرب.
يرجع.
Yeah, so يرجع من السوق
في الساعة السابعة.
Again, Irfan.
يرجع في
الثانية.
الساعة الواحدة والنصف أو الثانية.
أو الثانية. One more time, please. يرجع من السوق.
يرجع في الساعة السابعة sir.
From the market.
Yes, from the market it was
يذهب
Saati
إلى
Sabiyati.
الساعة السابعة.
Okay, so يرجع من
Yeah,
Right.
7
السوق.
o'clock or 8 o'clock.
متى يرجع في الساعة السابعة.
Okay. ماذا يفعل في البيت?
أو
What does he
ثانية
do?
also.
Sorry, sir.
Sure, please.
No.
Let me see. يرجع في الساعة
It is 7.
السابعة وأحيانا في الساعة الثامنة.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, as we can see here, متى يرجع من السوق and يرجع في الساعة السابعة وأحيانا في الساعة
سابعة.
الثامنة.
أو we can say أو ثامنة. We can say أو here.
If we are sure about it, then yes, but أحيانا means sometimes. So that's why we will say وأحيانا and sometimes. Okay, number 5, finished. متى يذهب إلى المصنع? What time does he go to the factory?
يذهب في الساعة
لا، ماذا
التاسعة.
يفعل في البيت? What does he do in his house? You did not answer.
يقرأ الصحف.
ويسمع الأخبار من
أخبار.
البداية.
Excellent. يقرأ الصحف ويسمع الأخبار. Okay, متى يذهب إلى المصنع? When does he go to the factory?
يذهب في الساعة التاسعة والنصف.
الساعة التاسعة والنصف. يذهب, he goes. Okay, كم عاملا يعمل في مصنعه. How many workers work in his factory?
يعمل في
workers
Yeah,
مئة وعشرون.
عامل.
يعمل فيه 125 عاملا. So it's not about the last question is كم مهندسا يعمل في مصنعه. How many
مهندسان.
engineers?
مهندسان.
Okay, يعمل مهندسان في مصنعه. يعمل مهندسان في مصنعه. All right, so we see the time, or 7:55, so I think we can do the next exercise as well. صحح ما يلي, correct the following sentences. So this is صحح is on the pattern of كون. So it's the same pattern, okay? كون صحح. So this is one of the patterns of the verbs. And it is used as imperative, فعل الأمر. Okay, how would you read the first question?
حامد بن موسى.
We have to add noon kasra.
نون القطني, yes. حامد نبن موسى.
Nibnu Musa.
But here, no. Here, I think there is something that needs to be fixed. حامد بن موسى. Why?
How is that?
It has
If you remember the rule, like
Ibn.
when ibn happens to be among two
Nouns.
alaman, between two proper nouns, then it becomes the adjective for
We
the first
drop
noun.
the alif, right?
Alif is not read because this is Hamzatul Wasl. It's not Alif. This is Hamzatul Wasl. But the rule, if you remember, the rule is when the word ibn comes between two proper nouns, then it becomes adjective for the first noun and it becomes mudaf for the second noun. Hamid ibn Musa, Muhammad ibn Abdullah.
But why have we not dropped the alif, Ustad?
There is no alif. This is
Because-
Hamzat al-Wasl.
Because
Ibn-
usually the rule is when it is between the father and the son, we have to drop the alif. That is the rule, right?
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. Hamid ibn Musa. How will
So
we
can
read
you
it?
please repeat the thing that you said? It becomes the what for what?
When the word ibnun, when it comes between two proper nouns, okay, when it comes between two proper nouns, then it becomes adjective for the first noun and it becomes mudaf for the second noun.
Okay.
So when you say Hamidun, it will be Hamid ibn Musa. So Hamid, son of Musa. I think I need to send you the PDF again, where I gave you
No,
the example of.
I just read it today, but I was still confused. That's why.
Mhm. Do you remember the example?
Bilal ibn, I think something.
And from
I
the
don't
Quran?
remember exactly.
Isa ibn Maryam.
Isa
Yes.
ibn Maryam.
Isa ibn Maryam. So when we are reciting the Quran, we will say Isa ibn Maryam.
No.
Okay, so here Nun al-Qutni will not be added. Please be careful here, huh? Because here we have the kalima ibnun. It has Hamzat al-Wasl, but it has a different rule. And we discussed about this rule like before Ramadan, I remember.
Yes.
Okay, so this is true or sahih or ghair sahih?
Musa ibn Hamid.
So, yani you're not sure whether it is correct or incorrect.
Musa was the son of Hamid.
Okay.
So Musa ibn Hamid.
Yeah, so this is
Abu-
incorrect. Ghair sahih.
Yes.
So
Okay.
Hamid is father of Musa here. So
Hamidun ibn Musa.
Abu,
Then the other way around. It should be Musa ibn Hamid.
So is it sahih or ghair sahih?
Where
Of
sahih?
course.
Okay, number 2.
يذهب حامد إلى السوق
يذهب حامد إلى
إلى
السوق
السوق أحيانا. Okay.
أحيانا.
occasionally.
Yes, occasionally. No, sometimes. أحيانا, sometimes.
No.
No,
يرجع
he goes daily.
غير صحيح.
I need to know the
Because
answer, whether it is correct or incorrect.
Incorrect,
No,
because
incorrect, sir. He goes daily now.
دائما, yeah.
he returns from
يذهب حامد إلى السوق كل يوم.
كل يوم. So أحيانا means wrong. This is wrong. Incorrect. غير صحيح.
غير صحيح.
Okay, the floor is
Yes.
yours today, so I would like you to answer. Yes, number 3.
يذهب حامدا إلى
مصنعي
الساعة الثامنة في الساعة الثامنة والنصف.
والنصف. Okay.
Yeah, this is
صحيح.
صحيح.
yes.
Yes.
يذهب
No.
إلى المصنع بعد صلاة الظهر أيضا.
Okay.
Also.
So
this is correct or incorrect?
No, I think after Zuhr he doesn't go.
incorrect because it was في الساعة التاسعة والنصف.
The third is correct, sir.
يذهب حامد إلى المصنع في الساعة الثامنة والنصف. He goes to the factory at 8:30. Does he go to the factory at 8:30?
Yes.
No.
Let me go back.
الساعة التاسعة. Yes, sir.
Come on. يذهب في الساعة التاسعة والنصف. So this is incorrect.
Sorry, incorrect, sir.
Yes, it is incorrect.
Trying to.
Okay, number 4.
يذهب حامدا إلى
يذهب, yes, he goes. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, sir. يذهب حامد إلى المصنع بعد الظهر.
Okay. I've seen the answer, so I mean I've seen the text. So Yes.
I guess yes.
La yadhabu.
La yadhabu. I'm sure about this one.
No.
La yadhabu. He doesn't go. So this is غير صحيح.
Newspapers and something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay. يجلس في البيت بعد صلاة العصر. He sits in the house after Asr prayer.
يجلس في مكتبه. في مكتبه
Yeah, في
بعد صلاة
مكتبه.
العصر.
Okay, so this is also غير صحيح. مصنع حامد كبير.
Guys, is
ليس بكبير.
ليس بكبير. So this is غير صحيح. Okay, so تأمل الأمثلة الآتية. And look at the following examples or reflect on the following examples. So this is what we have. The reason why I want to do it because inshallah we have the weekend, so you will have enough time. Al-Madi wal-Mudari. So ذهب علي إلى المدرسة أمس. Ali went to the school yesterday. يذهب علي إلى المدرسة كل يوم. So here the present is يذهب علي. Ali goes to the school every day. So ذهب, he went, and يذهب, he goes. Similarly, قرأ إسماعيل القرآن. Ismail recited the Quran. And يقرأ إسماعيل القرآن بعد صلاة الفجر كل يوم. So here we have كل يوم and also كل أسبوع, and that means it is habit. So when we have habit, it will be translated as simple present. So يقرأ إسماعيل القرآن بعد صلاة الفجر كل يوم. Ismail recites Quran every day after Fajr prayer. And غسل الرجل سيارته. The man washed his car. يغسل الرجل سيارته كل أسبوع. So the man washes his car every week. So here we have ذهب يذهب, قرأ يقرأ, but here غسل يغسل. On the pattern of ضرب يضرب. ضرب يضرب. So I think the last exercise, تأمل الأمثلة واكتب مضارع الأفعال الآتية. So change these ماضي to the present. Okay, so first we have the pattern of نصر ينصر. كتب يكتب. دخل
يدخل.
يدخل. خرج
يخرج.
يخرج. سجد
يسجد.
يسجد. Excellent. So the second root letter has Dhamma. And you know the meaning of all of them? Kataba, he wrote. Dakhala, he entered. Kharaja, he left. Sajada, he prostrated. Akala,
Yakulu.
Yakulu. Yeah, so the second one, Alif is Sakin, so that changes into Hamza. So there is a bit of like twist. Yakulu. And Qatala, Yaqtulu. Okay, now we have on the pattern of Daraba Yadribu. So we have Jalasa Yajlisu. Ghasala, he washed. Yaghsilu, he washes. Raja'a, he returned. Yarji'u, he returns. Nazala, he came down. Yanzilu, he comes down. Kasara, he broke.
يكسر.
Yaksiru, he breaks. Yes. Daraba, he hit. And Yadribu, he hits. Okay. Dhahaba, he went. So Yadhabu, he goes. Raka'a, he bent. Yarka'u, excellent. Rafa, he raised.
يرفع.
Yarfa'u, he raises. Fa'ala, he did. Yaf'alu, he does. Sala, he asked. Yas'alu, he asks. Fataha, he opened. Yaftahu, he opens. Excellent. And then we have Sami'a Yasma'u. He heard and he hears. Fahima, he understood. Yafhamu, he understands. Laiba,
he plays. Yalabu.
Laiba, he played. Yalabu, he plays. Hafidha, he memorized.
He memorized.
يحفظ.
Yeah, it also it is used as to protect,
He
to
safeguards.
memorize, yes. And Yahfadhu. Shariba, he drank.
Riba
Yashrabu, he drinks. Rakiba,
Rakiba, he writes.
he rode. Yeah. And Yarkabu, he rides. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. So today, Mudari seems to be pretty much easier because lots of, MashaAllah, feedback today. So I will send you a one file today, which consists of like fi'l mudari, and only for the third person singular, I have like written down all the 6 forms. For example, yadhabu, he goes, yadhabani, both of them go, and yadhabuna, they all go. And then for the feminine, tadhabu, tadhabani, and yadhabna. I will send it to you, and please memorize it. That's number 1. And number 2, I have given you some homework, like there are some verbs that I have given you over there. So I would like you to also write down those. Okay, so here, for example, let me show you. We have 2 minutes, inshallah, and after 2 minutes, our class finishes. So that's what we are supposed to do on the weekend, because the next week is the last week before we have the Hajj break, inshallah. And then there will be a break for a week at least. So after completing 10 lessons, inshallah, you will have enough time to revise all your lessons.
Inshallah, sir.
Everybody's quiet, so it seems like that's it.
Inshallah, inshallah, sir.
Inshallah, sir.
So this is the file. So which file do you see now? Present tense, al-fi'l wal-mudari?
Fa'il al-mudari, sir.
Yes, sir, present tense.
Perfect. So just a quick review of this one. For example, we will start with the third person and then the second person and the first person. So why I have written 1 here? 1 means this is the first form of the verb. Like dhahaba was the first, you remember?
Yes, sir.
Dhahaba was the
Yes.
first and dhahabat was the fourth. Similarly, yadhabu is the first and tadhabu is the fourth. All the rules of the past tense will be applicable to the rules of the present tense. So basically, we are not learning something new. The ideas will be the same. The only thing that we need to learn is the present tense of the verbs that we learned in the past. So yadhabu, he goes, and yadhabani, both of them go or will go. Yadhabani. So you see here, ani is used for dual. Ani gives the sound of dual, and we have yadhabuna. Una gives the sound of plural for masculine. Okay, how would we differentiate when we have the sound of ani and una if it's a noun or a verb?
Because the verb will start with ya if it's
Yes,
third form.
the verb will
Or ta or
always
noun or alif.
always start with either ya or ta. So when we have the sound of ani and una, we have to see if we have ya or ta. If we have ya and ta, for example, ya'lamun, ta'lamun, yadhabun, tadhabun, that means this is present tense. But if we don't have the sound, the ya or ta, that means this is a noun. For example, talibun, talibani, qalamun, qalamani, right? Muslimun, muslimani, muslimuna, kafirun, kafirani, kafiruna. So kafirun, does it have ya or ta? In the beginning, do we have ya
No.
or ta? We don't have. So when we say kafirani, that means it's a noun. When we say kafiruna, that means it's a noun. Similarly, when we say muslimani and muslimuna, does it have ya or ta?
No, sir.
No. So that means this is a noun. And when we say yadhabani and yadhabuna, then it means it is a noun. So both of them go and they all go. And tadhabu, she goes or will go. Tadhabani, both of them go, and yadhabna, they go or will go. This is for the feminine. So here I have written here, huwa yadhabu, huma yadhabani, hum yadhabuna. Hiya tadhabu, huma tadhabani, hunna yadhabna. Now what you have to do, yaftahu, yasma'u, yansuru, and yadribu. You have to write similar kind of sentences based on the pattern that you have seen over here. So first we will practice for the third person, then we will practice for the second person, and then we will practice for the first person. And then it will become complete 14 forms. And inshallah, once you know how to make 14 forms for one verb, you can make 14 forms for 100,000 verbs, no problem.
So we have to write. We have to write for those words. We have to write all the 6 patterns, or only the.
It's
all the
up
6
to you,
patterns.
to be honest, as much as you can. The more you write, the more you will be able to practice. For example, yaftahu, yasma'u, yansuru, and yadribu. Either you can write for one verb, or I have given you all the 4 different patterns. As you
Yes,
can
sir.
see here, yaftahu, yasma'u, yansuru, and yadribu. So we have all the three patterns. So you can practice one verb from each pattern. That would be helpful, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay, sir.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Walaikum assalam.
Walaikum assalam.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair.
وإياكم.